What's up, squad? It's your boy DSD. We're checking in another edition of our YouTube. Let's go. Today we're going to be talking about The Last Dance. I'm going to be giving my opinions on the whole documentary. Stay tuned. What's up, y'all? It's your boy DSD. Today we're going to be talking about The Last Dance. Before we talk about that, this is the shirt I'm selling, and this is the hat that will be linked in the bio. We're going to probably start selling the hats like maybe next month or something, depending. But, go check out everything else. I got the Joe Burrow added in there, and feel free to, check that out. Thanks, guys. And as always, make sure you subscribe, smash that subscribe button because we need you to hang out with us. So today we're going to be talking about That Last Dance. So it was great. Absolutely loved it overall. One of the best documentaries I've ever seen. But let's be honest, it wasn't a true documentary. It was a biography of Michael Jordan, narrated by Michael Jordan. I saw a lot of different things about it. How first it was someone talking about Jordan, and then Jordan ended it, had the closing remark, and moved on. So I saw that and kind of thought, that's kind of interesting, because if Jordan has the last word, it's not a true documentary because nothing really made him look bad, quote unquote. He gave certain things up that made him look bad, and he was like a fierce competitor. It's like kind of a tongue-in-cheek bad situation. Overall, it made him look really good because he's a great winner, great teammate. They didn't really expose any of the stuff that really made him look, quote unquote, bad. Like, the flu game, they said it was a bad pizza. I think it's a hangover. It's my personal opinion. It just feels really specific of like how five guys showed up to the door, like Tony Soprano coming in there to see, who Michael Jordan is. And what did they call and say, hey, this is Michael Jordan calling. I want a pizza. How would they know? Feels a little weird. I mean, they might know from the hotel that they're coming in, but I don't know, it's weird. It's a weird story. That felt a little odd to me. I even noticed that they even said that Michael Jordan had the final say on everything. So that makes sense why he was literally the last person to laugh off Gary Payton and laugh off Isaiah Thomas. What I did think was really interesting is how bad they made Scottie Pippen look. Scottie Pippen was a top 3 player in the NBA at his prime, probably, and they made him look like he was bad. And it's actually interesting because something I also read was that the first, I think there's 10 total episodes. The first 9 were already filmed, and they released the documentary, and they were filming the 10th one while the documentary was going on. So if you noticed, the last episode was kind of kissing Scottie Pippen's feet a little bit, had a little bit different commentary, had Jordan's kids on there. So it was almost like they had an opportunity to kind of add in what people were asking about a lot, because, they were making Pippen sound bad. And then the last episode, they really drove home. There's a tough player, had a back issue, came back out. So it was kind of an interesting take there. What I also think that wasn't spoken about enough, unfortunately, was how his dad got murdered. I'm not speculating saying it was because of him, because I think that overall it's not a great thing to be speculating about. But I think that the people are saying you're a bad person by assuming that. I don't think it's an assumption. I think there's a little bit of a concrete evidence proving towards that. Just my honest opinion. I don't think that it had to do with him directly, but I think there was more of that story they didn't release, quote unquote. They didn't do a very good job of talking about the Wizards enough at all, actually. They didn't even bring it up. And I thought that was a very interesting take. I wanted to see more about how the Bulls kind of left. And I know it was really about that last championship run, but I'd like to hear about the Wizards a little bit, because he still was kind of a beast. I think he was averaging 15, 20 points a game or something. Pretty impressive. I just think overall it was great. It was a great watch. The soundtrack was unbelievable. It was so filthy, some of my favorite parts were this Space Jam set, things I totally didn't know. How they had pickup games, Jordan's playing 12 hours a day or whatever. It's really interesting. But it was less of a documentary and more about how Jordan was the end all be all. And I truly think that Jordan has a little bit of an ego, as everyone else does at that level. And I think that he made sure to drive the point home that he is the GOAT. And I truly believe that he is. But overall, I think that that's a conversation for a different day. I think he's the greatest winner. And I think LeBron James is the best basketball player. You can argue me all you want. Feel free to comment, but that's my opinion. Jordan felt like he kind of threw a lot of his teammates under the bus, which was kind of interesting. Very quick to throw down Grant for, stitching or whatever. I don't know. It was really good. very good. I'm being a little nitpicky at this point, but I do think that it wasn't told enough about his teammates. I would even watch a whole freaking documentary on Dennis Rodman. That was one of the most interesting episodes. Overall, I think it was great. Awesome watch. It just kind of sucks now that there's nothing to watch, but we'll get back to sports and we'll have some of this weekly stuff talking about it. And that's really it, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this YouTube. As always, make sure you subscribe down below, smash the like button, and tell all your friends to follow, because it doesn't hurt you at all to tell your friends. That's it, guys. Love y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day.